Imagine a room where the balance of power shifts in an instant. Three men sit at a table. One a brash deal-maker, another a seasoned survivor clinging to relevance, and the third a cunning strategist watching his star rise. What happens when the leader of the free world turns his back on an old ally and embraces a rival instead? You're about to find out. Something went down in Washington on April 9, 2025, that left jaws dropping and questions swirling. It wasn't just a meeting. It was a moment that could reshape the Middle East. And the man at the center of it all? Donald Trump. But who came out on top, and who walked away humiliated? Stick around, because the truth is wilder than you think. Let's set the scene. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu flew to the White House, hoping to flex his influence and walk away with something, anything, to show for it. He didn't. Israeli media called it his worst meeting ever with Trump, a disaster so glaring that even his supporters couldn't spin it. Netanyahu left empty-handed, his suitcase as light as his diplomatic wins. Why? Because Trump had bigger fish to fry and a surprising new friend to flaunt. During those tense talks, the American president didn't just brush off Netanyahu's pleas about trade tariffs or Gaza captives. He dropped a bombshell. He showered praise on Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdoğan, calling him a friend and marveling at his leadership in Syria. Yes, you heard that right. Erdoğan, the man Israel sees as a thorn in its side, got a glowing review, while Netanyahu sat there, sidelined. Here's where it gets juicy. Trump didn't stop at compliments. He told Netanyahu, point blank, "I have a great relationship with Erdoğan. I like him, and he likes me. If you have problems with him, solve them. Israel needs to be rational." Rational? That's not advice. That's a slap in the face. For years, Netanyahu's banked on America's unwavering support, leaning on Trump like a crutch. But now, Trump's cozying up to Turkey, a nation flexing its muscles in Syria and beyond, while Israel's leader scrambles to keep up. Israeli outlets like Walla didn't mince words. This was perhaps the worst meeting between Netanyahu and Trump to date. Yedioth Aharonoth piled on, saying he returned home with nothing. No trade relief, no progress on captives, just a bruised ego and a sinking reputation. What was Netanyahu even there for? Officially, he wanted to dodge U.S. tariffs hammering Israeli goods. But dig deeper, and it's clear the real stakes were higher. Trump pulled him in to brief him on secret U.S. Iran negotiations, talks Netanyahu's spent years trying to derail. The message? Sit tight. Don't mess this up with some reckless strike. Yet even that warning couldn't mask the bigger story. Trump's shifting loyalties. Praising Erdoğan while Netanyahu stewed wasn't random. It was a signal. Turkey's star is rising, and Israel's under Netanyahu, it's fading fast. The man who once strutted into Washington like he owned the place now slinks back to Tel Aviv, outmaneuvered and outclassed. So what does this mean? Trump's playing a new game, one where old allies like Israel take a back seat to fresh power plays with Turkey. Netanyahu's grip on his country, on his U.S. lifeline, looks shakier than ever. And Erdoğan? He's grinning ear to ear, watching Israel squirm. This wasn't just a meeting gone wrong. It was a public humbling, a crack in the foundation of everything Netanyahu's built. The Middle East is shifting, and the man who thought he could control it just got schooled. Tell me, what do you think Trump's next move will be?